Good morning everyone. So we will now discuss about what are the natural sources of sand. In the previous slide I have been told you about what is sand and what are the natural sources of sand, from where we get the sand. Okay, so we'll get a quick review on what I have taught you in the previous slide. So sand, as we know, sand is used in our construction projects, dams, bridges and construction of walls, foundations. We use sand. So sand is an important building material and it abundantly occurs in nature. It forms a major ingredient in concrete, lime mortar and cement mortar also. Okay, you have seen here the diagram I have shown you is the images of the sand. Okay, and the sand is form of an ingredient in concrete, lime mortar and cement mortar. And I have told you in the types of mortar, in the sound absorbing mortar, X-ray shielding mortar, lime mortar. In this mortar, the sand is used as a fine aggregate. So it is the main ingredient in our concrete, in our mortar, lime mortar and the cement mortar. Okay, so next have been discussed about the natural sources of the sand. As I have told you, in the natural, from where we will get the sand. What is the sources of the sand? Okay, there are three types, that is peat sand, river sand and sea sand. Okay, I have discussed about the peat sand I have discussed. Here you can see the images of peat sand. This sand is found as deposits in soil and it is obtained by forming peats into the soils. It is excavated from a depth of about 1 to 2 meters from the ground level, and the peat sand consists of a sharp angular grains which are free from the salts. Okay, so from where we'll get the peat sand? This sand is mainly found in the soil and it is obtained by forming peats into the soils. It is digged of a depth of about 1 to 2 meters from the ground level. It has been digged, and the peat sand consists of a sharp angular grains which is free from the salt, and it also proves to be an excellent material for the mortar or for any construction concrete work. Okay, so now we will be discussing about river sand. As I have shown you the diagram of river sand here, this sand is obtained from the banks or the beds of the rivers. The river sand consists of a fine rounded grains. The color of the river sand is almost white. As the river sand is usually available in clean condition, it is widely used for all purposes. As I have told you, the river sand is mainly obtained from the river or the banks of the rivers, and this river sand consists of a fine rounded grains, and the color of the river sand is almost white in color. As it is usually available in the clean condition, so we can use it in our all purposes, in our all construction purposes. Okay, so next that is sea sand. Here you can see here the picture of sea sand. Okay, this sand, sea sand means this sand is mainly obtained from the sea source. Okay, and the sea sand, like river sand, also consists of a fine rounded grains. As the river sand consists of a fine rounded grains, the sea sand also consists of a fine rounded grains, and the color of the sea sand is light brown in color. Okay, as you have seen in the sea source, the color of our sea sand is mainly light brown in color, and the sea sand contains salts. Okay, and these salts mainly attract the moisture from the atmosphere. Okay, so the sea sand contains salts, and that salts attract the moisture from the atmosphere. And if we use the sea sand in our construction purposes or any construction concrete work, so we have to wash the salt or we have to remove the salt. Then after that we can use in construction purposes or we can use in concrete work. Okay, so next is classifications of the sand. Okay, classifications of the sand means according to the size of the grains, the sand is classified as three types, that is fine sand, coarse sand, gravelly sand. According to the size of the grains means you have seen the size of the sand is of smaller size, some of them bigger size. So we can say that there are classifications of the sand. There are three types. First is fine, coarse and gravelly sand. In the fine sand, you can see here the fine sand picture I have shown you. The sand passing through a screen with a clear openings of 1.58 millimeter is known as fine sand. Okay, here you can see the diagram of fine sand. Okay, and next is that is coarse sand. The sand passing through a screen with a clear openings of 3.17 millimeter is known as coarse sand. Okay, so here you can see the coarse sand of the size is bigger than the fine sand. Okay, that is coarse sand of 3.17 mm and fine sand is that is 1.58 mm. Okay, and next is gravelly sand. This sand passing through a screen with a clear openings of 7.62 millimeter is known as gravelly sand. And you can see here the diagram of gravelly sand. I have shown you the diagram. From these two, the gravelly sand is different and it has of bigger size. The size is of a bigger size. Okay, so we can say it as the sand passing through a screen with a clear openings of 7.62 millimeter is known as gravelly sand. Okay, and this sand, that is fine sand, coarse sand and gravelly sand, where are they been used? So fine sand, it has been used for our plastering. You have been seeing the small particles of fine sand. It has been used for our plastering. And the coarse sand, it is used for our masonry work. Next is gravelly sand. It is used for our concrete work. The gravelly sand has been used. Okay. So next is that is bulking of the sand. You can see the graph I have been drawn in the bulking of the sand. That is, it has been plotted between percentage increase in volume, percentage by weight of the moisture. Okay. I have written the presence of moisture in the sand increases the volume of the sand. It means what? As you have been seen or you know, if we weight the sand, okay, if we weight the sand, it contains some moisture. If it contains some moisture, then it increases the volume of the sand. Okay, so we can say that the presence of moisture in the sand increases the volume of the sand. And this is due to the fact that moisture film of water around the sand particles results in the increase of the volume of the sand. For a moisture content of about 5 to 8%, you can see here I have shown in the diagram that if the moisture content about 5 to 8%, the increase of volume may be of 20 to 40% depending upon the grading of the sand. Okay, it may be of 20 to 40% and it depends on the grading of the sand. And if the finer the material, the more will be the increase in the volume given moisture content. If it is a finer material, then it will increase the volume given moisture content. Okay, this phenomena we can say it as known as bulking of the sand. Okay, so here we can know that if the sand is in the wet conditions or if the water is present in the sand, some moisture, the water is present in the sand, then it will increase the volume of the sand. So that phenomena we can say it as bulking of the sand. Okay. So next is what are the properties of the good sand? So as we know, it should be clean and coarse. The sand should be clean and it should be coarse. Next is it should be free from any organic or vegetable material. Usually 3 to 4% clay is permitted. Okay, in the sand, the sand is free from organic or vegetable material and 3 to 4% clay is permitted. It should be completely inert. Therefore, it should not have any chemical activity. So in the sand, it should not have any chemical properties or chemical reactions. It should contain sharp, angular, coarse and durable grains. As I have told you, the sand contains sharp, angular, coarse and durable grains. It should not contain salts which attract the moisture from the atmosphere. As there are in the sea sand, it contains salt, and the peat sand and river sand, it does not contain salt. So, if it contains salt, it attracts the moisture. So, it should not contain salts. It should be well graded and it should be strong and durable. The sand should be strong and durable and there should be no organic matter. Okay, so these are the properties of the good sand. Okay, so it should be strong and durable and it should not contain any organic matter. So The cement concrete we will be discussing in the next slide. Thank you.